Many folks who follow me on my social media platforms are wondering how I went from this to this in just 3 months. Well, if you tune into this video, I'll show you how and give you some tips. Welcome back to Straight to the Point. I am Greg Jackson, self-proclaimed attorney extraordinaire, a co-host on the weekly radio talk show program, Let's Talk About It, and the general in the Let's Talk Nation. Hey, listen, as always, this channel is about educating, entertaining, and empowering viewers by addressing commonly asked legal and non-legal questions that I hear from time to time. But today's topic is one that I'm going to touch on because folks have been watching my weight loss journey and they've been asking me, Greg, how did you lose weight in such a short period of time? And was it healthy? Over the course of the last 3 months, despite my hectic schedule, I was able to lose over 30 pounds. What I did was I started using jump ropes as a part of my workout routine, but in addition, I started watching my diet. In watching my diet, I started to use what they call caloric deficit in order to reduce the amount of calories that I take in. But I had to do it a smart way. Now, lucky for me, my wife is a registered and licensed dietitian, and she's also in the process of writing a book right now, which we'll get into at a later point. And her advice helped me to address that pesky fat area that was in my stomach area, as well as to build some lean muscle. So what are some of the things that I learned and what are some of the things that I was able to employ and use that I think will help you also? First and foremost, I had to accept the concept that breakfast is indeed the most important meal of the day. Now, before I started with the caloric deficit and the workout that included jump ropes, I would oftentimes skip breakfast and I would have a heavy, fat-laden, carbohydrates high lunch that didn't do any favors for my waistline. Now, once I realized the importance of breakfast, as opposed to the traditional heavy breakfast, high-fat breakfast, which included grits and eggs with lots of butter and bacon and things of that nature, I started eating egg whites. And in addition to the egg whites, I would have fruit or turkey bacon. If there were some times when I would miss breakfast, instead of eating those bad things, what I would do is I would just drink a simple protein shake that would hold me over until lunchtime. Now for lunch, instead of eating those meals that found me with a hamburger in my hand, French fries or fried chicken tenders and things of that nature, and oftentimes finishing that up with a cinnamon roll or cupcakes or some other sweet, I decided to change things up. And instead I would have something like grilled chicken, brown rice, or a salad, as well as seeded fruits. The seeded fruits actually help to provide the natural sugar so that I wouldn't have some type of sugar fit, as well as fiber that helped with making me feel fuller. So those were some of the things that I did for breakfast and for lunch to help me out on my weight loss journey. It helped to increase the amount of protein that I also took in while reducing the total amount of calories that I took in throughout the day up until dinner. Also, in addition to those things, I drank enough water so that it helped my body to remain hydrated, as well as to have that feeling of fullness until it was time for me to have dinner. Another significant change for me, which we will discuss more in a later video, was the fact that when I came home at night, instead of just sitting around or just watching television, I got active. I started working out, and again, I started using the jump rope routines that I found in addition to my normal workout. This jump rope actually helped me to build up my cardiovascular system as well as to strengthen my legs and throughout my entire body, because jump rope is actually a whole body workout if you're doing it right and doing it effectively. But back to the meals and the things why we're here today. For my meals, when I would come home, instead of eating a snack, I would once again try a protein shake. This helped me to get that feeling of fullness up until the time that I was ready to eat dinner, but in between the time that I would have my workout. Now, dinners for me, although they were healthier, they looked the same as they did before I started with my weight loss journey. So for instance, for spaghetti, instead of using the regular noodles and ground beef and cheese and things of that nature, what I would start doing is I was finding ways or every way possible to introduce whole grains into my diet. So instead of using the regular noodles, I would use wheat noodles, which actually, when you get used to them, they have a fantastic taste to them. And some of those noodles actually have protein added to them. Instead of ground beef, I would use ground turkey. And instead of ricotta cheese that I would put and things of that nature, you could use cottage cheese. In addition, in certain places where you would use sour cream, you can actually use plain yogurt, which has a similar taste to sour cream, but less of the fat that affects us when we're trying to lose weight. So by using a consistent exercise routine in conjunction with a healthier way of eating, I was able to lose over 30 pounds in 3 months. And I was also able to do it in a healthy way that did not affect my day-to-day activities. I was able to do those things once again with caloric deficit, as well as eating healthier by using healthy alternatives. If you find this video to be beneficial, or if you would like to see more videos like this coming down the pipe, please hit that like or subscribe button. But until next time, I am Greg Jackson, self-proclaimed attorney extraordinaire, a co-host on the weekly talk show program Let's Talk About It, and a general in the Let's Talk Nation. Until next time, be good.